Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vikas Nera, and in today's episode, we'll discuss how to install Zextras Carbonio CE on Ubuntu 22.04. It's an alternative to Microsoft 365 or Zimbra. You can use it freely by utilizing its open source version, which is the Community Edition of Zextras Carbonio. This free software can be downloaded on VPSs. In this video, we'll cover the installation process on Ubuntu 22.04. First, I'll provide an overview, then I'll show you a demo, and finally, we'll go through the installation steps. I've uploaded a guide for installing Zextras Carbonio on my blog. You'll find the link in the description below. For those unfamiliar with Zextras Carbonio, it's an open-source email and collaboration suite, similar to Zimbra. I've created a playlist about Zimbra, which contains about 11 videos. I recommend watching them as Zextras and Zimbra are quite similar. I've listed the system requirements and features on my blog. Some key features include email, chat, video conferencing, advanced webmail, and file management. Now, let me show you a demo of what Zextras Carbonio looks like. This is the demo of its admin panel. The UI is slightly better than Zimbra's. When you click here, you'll see the option to add a domain in the sidebar. I've already added a domain. Clicking on it will display all its settings. There's also a class of service feature, similar to Zimbra's CAS. In Carbonio, you can also define your rules in the class of service. Here's the domain option, and this is the CAS option. You can create a class of service here. Two classes of services are created by default. You can view them by clicking on them. You'll see their settings here, including what features you want in each class of service. Then, you'll find all the MTA-related settings, including antivirus and DKIM management options. In the storage section, you can select the server and add volumes if needed. This is the primary storage, and the index is visible here. There's also a privacy section. In the dashboard, you'll see all the domains. To add a new domain or class of service, click on Create. Here you'll get options to create a new domain and a new COS, class of service. Now, let me show you the webmail interface. In the webmail, you'll find mail, calendar, contacts, groups, advanced filters, and settings. You'll find numerous settings for your personal mail account here. When you click on New, you can create a new email, appointment, contact, or group contact. That concludes the demo. Now, let's move on to the installation process. For installation on Ubuntu 22.04, you'll find all the steps in my guide. You need at least 8 GB RAM and 40 GB storage for the operating system. I'm using Ubuntu 22.04. If you need a VPS, you can purchase one from Contabo by clicking this link. I currently have a VPS with this IP address. The username is root, and the password is set. The domain we'll use in this video is this one. and we'll manage its DNS. Let's start the installation. If you have Bitwise on your PC, you can use it to connect. I'm using Bitwise. You can download Bitwise by searching for Bitwise SSH client download on Google. I'll show you how to use Bitwise. Search for Bitwise SSH client and go to this link. Click on the download button. After downloading, install it. Now, I'll copy my IP address. Open Bitwise, enter my IP, username, root, port, and password. Then I'll click on Login. Click Accept and enter the password. Now, click on Terminal to open the terminal window. I'll clear the screen first. First, we need to set up the DNS records. I've listed all the required DNS records here. My IP is this one, so I'll start by entering the DNS records. You need to create 4 A records, one for the root domain, one for www, one for the mail subdomain, and another for www.mail. Let's create these A records. First, I'll create an A record for the root domain, which points to the main domain. Next, I'll point it to www as well. Make sure to turn off the proxy. Then, I'll add the mail subdomain. Enter the IP, turn off the proxy, and click Save. Then, add www.mail, paste the IP, turn off the proxy, and click Save. Now that we've created the 4 records, we need to create an MX record. Click Add and select MX. For the name, enter @ in the mail server field, enter mail followed by your domain name. Set the priority to 10 and click Save. Next, we'll create an SPF record. For the name, enter @ Enter this SPF record and replace your IP here. I'll replace my IP and click Save. Now we need to create a mark record. This is the format for the mark. Select TXT record type, enter _mark as the name. And this is the mark format. We need to replace your domain here. I'll replace my domain and click Save. Now that the DNS records are set up, we'll run this command. Copy and paste it, then press Enter. This command will update the system. It runs apt update, which updates the package lists for upgrades and new package installations. Next, we need to set the host name. Enter your domain here. Don't forget to replace it with your actual domain. I'll copy this command and paste it. Now, if I check the hostname using the command hostname, it should display the new hostname. Next, we need to edit the host's file. Run this command to open the host's file. Replace your IP and domain in this line. I'll replace my IP and domain here, then copy this line. To edit the file, press it to enter insert mode, then go to the end of the file. Right-click to paste the line. To save the file, press the Escape key, then type a WQ and press Enter. The edited host's file will be saved. You can verify the DNS settings using this command. After running this command, we need to download the Zextras repository. To install Carbonio, we need to add the Zextras repository. I'll run this command to do that. Once that's done, we need to update the system again because we just added a new repository. You'll see output like this. After that, press Enter twice. Next, run this command to install Zextras Carbonio. Type Y and press Enter to confirm the installation. Once it's installed, press Enter twice. Now that we've run this command, we need to copy and run the next command to start the installation process. This command will check the system requirements and proceed with the installation. It's asking to press Y to apply, so type Y. And press Enter. The installation has now started. If you want to customize any settings, you can do so at this point. For example, if you want to disable a specific component in Carbonio, you can do so by typing the corresponding number. If you want to save these changes, you'd need to confirm. However, we want all default settings, so I typed Y to apply everything. The installation is now in progress. This is the final command. After this, your installation will be complete. You'll see output similar to this after running the command. Type Y and press Enter to continue the installation. As you can see, the installation is complete. Press Enter here. Now we need to access the login page. I've provided the URL here. This URL is for users to log into the webmail. If you want to log into the admin panel, use this URL and port number. First, I'll open the admin panel to show you. Replace your domain in the URL, and you'll see a login interface similar to the screenshot I'm showing. Let's access the admin panel. I'll open it and close the previous panel. Paste your domain address and press Enter. If you see a security warning, click on Advanced and then Proceed. If it doesn't load, try opening it in a private tab. We'll also install SSL later. When you see this page, an admin account has been created. I'll show you how to set it up. The admin account is zextras.admin@yourdomain.com. You'll need to set a password for it. Let's do that now. Copy this command and paste it in the terminal. Replace your domain and set an easy-to-remember password. First, copy this command. The su Zextras command switches to the Zextras user. This is similar to how it works in Zimbra. Now, we'll run this command to set the password for the admin account. This command sets the password for the admin mail account. You'll use this to log into the admin panel. Paste the command and press Enter. Once you log in, you'll see the admin panel of Carbonio. To access the webmail, use this URL. I'll copy it and open the webmail as well. This is the admin panel of Zextras Carbonio. And this is the login page for the webmail. You can log in here using the same email and password. Now our webmail has opened. Here's our webmail interface, and here's the admin panel of Carbonio. Note that this is the Community Edition, CE, which means it's open source. If you go to the Domains section, you'll see one domain is currently added. To add more domains, click on Create a new domain and enter your domain details. Right now, there's only one domain. If you click on it, you'll see all its details. For example, if you want to create a new domain like xyz.com, enter it here. And select the mail server. It's set to auto-detect by default. After filling in the details, scroll down and click Create. If you want to create a new class of service, COS, click on Create a new COS. You can create your own rules for the class of service, similar to Zimbra. The feature is essentially the same in both Zimbra and Carbonio. Next, we need to install SSL. SSL isn't installed by default, so let's set that up. I'll scroll down in my guide to the SSL installation section. First, we need to switch back to the root user. I'll run the exit command to return to the root user. Now, I'll copy these commands one by one and run them. After running each command, press Enter to continue. Follow the prompts and press Enter when needed. If you see a message like this, press Enter and then Enter again. Now that it's installed, we need to run the next command. Copy this command, paste it in the terminal, and replace your domain. I'll copy, paste, and replace my domain, then press Enter. You'll see two options. Type 1 and press Enter. Now, enter your email address. I'll use this email, but you can use any email address you prefer. Press Enter, then type Y to agree to the terms, and press Enter again. Next, copy this command. And paste it in the terminal. Press Enter to run it. After this is done, we need to run these two additional commands. Copy and paste them one at a time. Finally, we'll deploy the certificate. Copy this command, paste it, and press Enter. This is the complete command to deploy the SSL certificate. After deploying the SSL, we're restarting the server. First, all services will stop, then restart. If any service fails, you can run these commands again to restart them. If you see any failures, you can try stopping and restarting the services again. All services have started successfully. If you see done for each service, it means they've all started correctly. If any fail, you can run the restart command again. Now, let's refresh the admin panel page. If SSL isn't showing after refreshing, close the tab and open it again. Now you can see that SSL has been installed. Let's check the webmail as well. SSL has been installed here too. I'll demonstrate by logging in. The username for both admin panel and webmail is zextras.admin@yourdomain.com, and the password is what we said earlier. Enter these and click Login. Now that SSL is installed on both interfaces, we need to configure DKIM for outgoing emails. Let's set up DKIM. First, I'll clear the terminal. DKIM is crucial because without it, your emails might not be received by platforms like Gmail. Let's run the first command. Copy, paste, and press Enter. Type Y when prompted and press Enter. After this is installed, we need to switch to the Zextras user. It's installed now. Let's switch to the Zextras user with the command su Zextras. Now we're logged in as the Zextras user, not the root user. Next, we need to run this command to generate the DKIM key. Remember to replace your domain in this command. I'll enter my domain here to generate the DKIM key. Copy the command, paste it, and press Enter. This is the DKIM key for your domain. Copy the entire output. Now, we need to add this as a TXT record in our DNS. The name should be as shown here. Enter this as the name, and paste the DKIM key as the value. We need to modify it slightly. Remove any quotation marks and make sure there are no line breaks. Ensure the entire DKIM key is on one line without any spaces. Once you've formatted it correctly, paste it into the value field and click Save. To verify the DKIM setup, go to MX Toolbox, click on All Tools, and select DKIM Lookup. This is the DKIM selector, and this is where you enter your domain. Paste your domain and click DKIM Lookup. If your DKIM is showing up here, it means you successfully set up all the DNS records, and SSL is installed. I've demonstrated everything, including the post-installation steps. To create email accounts, go to the Accounts section and click Add. Enter the name and password, scroll down, and click Create. In the settings, you'll find the class of service options. You can create new classes of service here. You can create new domains and set up separate classes of service for individual users or groups of users. You can define what features each class of service should have. In the MTA section, you can configure antivirus settings, outbound flow settings, and view the mail queue. Your mail queue will be visible here. In the storage section, you can select your server. I've selected the server here. You can see your primary storage and indexer. That covers the installation process. I've outlined all the installation steps in my guide. I've also included the DNS record details. Remember, you need to set up the DNS records at the beginning for the installation to work properly. That's all for this video. If you haven't seen my Zimbra series, I recommend watching it, as Carbonio and Zimbra have similar features. You'll find 11 videos in that series. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. Thank you for watching.